Strength. It's a word we hear often, but what does it really mean? Is it the ability to lift heavy weights, the endurance to run a marathon, or perhaps the agility to perform a perfect backflip? In this video, we're diving into the science of strength. From the microscopic fibers in our muscles to the complex neural networks in our brain, strength is more than just a physical attribute. So join us as we dissect the types of muscle fibers, uncover the role of genetics and training, explore the world of neural adaptations, and understand how our nervous system plays a crucial role in developing strength. If you guys find value in our videos and are excited to learn more about the capabilities of the human body, please hit the like button and subscribe for all of our content. To understand strength, we first need to have just a basic understanding of muscle fiber types. So we have type 1 muscle fibers, which are slow twitch muscle fibers. These fibers are more efficient at using oxygen to generate ATP for continuous extended muscle contractions over a long period of time. That means they're more resistant to fatigue and are predominant in endurance athletes. Type 2 muscle fibers are what we call fast twitch muscle fibers. These fibers are better at generating quick, forceful bursts of speed than type 1 fibers, but they fatigue more quickly. They're further categorized into type 2A, which are known as fast oxidative fibers. These are somewhat fatigue resistant and can generate high force. We have type 2X or type 2B, and these are fast glycolytic fibers and are the least fatigue resistant, but are capable of producing the highest force outputs. There are some factors that influence fiber type. Genetics play a significant role in determining an individual's proportion of different muscle fiber types. Training can play a role. Specific training can encourage fibers to develop characteristics of another type, although the extent of this conversion is still a topic of ongoing research. So now that we have a basic understanding of muscle fiber types, let's talk about the ways the body gets stronger and what is taking place in the body. The first way that the body gets stronger is through neural adaptations. And this can be broken down into a few categories. First, we have increased motor unit recruitment. A motor unit consists of a single motor neuron and all the muscle fibers that it innervates, so all the muscle fibers that it connects to. The size and the type of motor units vary. Smaller units control fewer muscle fibers and are involved in fine, precise movements. Larger units control more muscle fibers and are responsible for powerful, forceful movements. When you perform strength training, especially with heavy loads, your body is prompted to recruit more of these larger motor units. The recruitment of more units means more muscle fibers are engaged, leading to greater overall muscle contraction strength. As you increase the demand on your muscles through progressive overload or gradually increasing the weight, intensity, or volume you're lifting, your nervous system adapts by recruiting more and larger motor units to meet that increased demand. Then we have improved motor unit synchronization. Effective synchronization means that more motor units are firing at the same moment. This simultaneous activation produces a more forceful and efficient contraction than if the motor units were firing at different times. There is a skill component to this. Improved synchronization is not just about raw strength, but as you practice a specific movement, your body becomes more efficient at synchronizing the motor units involved in that movement. And then we have an enhanced neural drive. This involves both the strength of the signals sent from the brain to the muscles and the frequency of these signals. Stronger, more frequent signals result in more powerful contractions. This can lead to central nervous system adaptations. As you train, your CNS or central nervous system becomes more effective in sending rapid, strong signals to your muscles. The second way that the body adds strength is through motor unit recruitment. So we talked about what a motor unit is, but there's also an important thing to understand with motor units called the size principle. Motor units are generally recruited in order according to the size principle. This principle states that the smaller motor units, which are slower to fatigue and control fewer muscle fibers, are recruited first. As the demand for muscle tension increases, progressively larger motor units are recruited. So what does this mean for strength? In activities requiring strength, like lifting heavy weights, the body recruits large motor units early in the contraction. These units have more muscle fibers and are capable of generating more force but fatigue faster. In contrast, endurance activities predominantly use the smaller motor unit. Strength training, particularly with heavy loads, challenges the body to lower the recruitment threshold for large motor units, allowing them to be activated more readily and contribute to force production. High threshold motor units, which control fast twitch muscle fibers, are crucial for generating high levels of force. These units are more likely to be recruited during high intensity activities like heavy lifting or explosive movements. Not only does strength training increase the number of motor units recruited, but it also speeds up the rate at which they are recruited, allowing for quicker and more powerful muscle contractions. With regular strength training, the nervous system becomes more efficient at recruiting the necessary motor units. This efficiency is what leads to performance improvements in strength activities and also reduces the risk of injury due to improper muscle activation. As muscles adapt to certain training stress, the nervous system may also recruit additional motor units that were previously not utilized, or it may improve the coordination among existing units for better force production. This is where the types of muscle fibers come into play. Over time, with consistent strength training, there can be adaptations within muscle fibers themselves, making them more responsive and efficient during high force production. The final way that the body gets stronger is through what's called rate coding. To understand this, we first need to understand basic concept of action potentials. These are electrical signals that motor neurons use to communicate with muscle fibers. The frequency of these action potentials is known as rate coding. The force that a muscle produces is not only dependent on how many motor units are activated, which is the motor unit recruitment, but also on how fast these units are firing. The more rapid the firing rate, the greater the force produced by the muscle. There are different rates of coding in muscle contraction. We have what's called twitch summation and full tetanus. When multiple action potentials are fired in quick succession, individual muscle fiber twitches can summate, leading to a sustained and stronger muscle contraction. If the firing rate is high enough, it results in a smooth, sustained contraction known as tetanus, which is crucial for maximal force production. There is a relationship between recruitment and rate coding. Initially, as more force is required, the body recruits more motor units. As the demand increases further, the rate coding, which is the firing frequency, of these motor units also increases to maximize force output. So how does this change with strength training? One of the adaptations to strength training is the ability of the nervous system to increase the firing rate of motor neurons. This adaptation allows for quicker and more sustained force production, which is crucial for lifting heavier weights. As rate coding improves, muscles become more efficient at producing force. This means that the muscle can achieve a higher force output without a proportional increase in effort or energy expenditure. Strength training also enhances the efficiency of the neuromuscular junction, which is the point where the nerve connects with the muscle fiber. And this plays a role in how quickly and effectively the muscle can be stimulated. And again, we also have central nervous system adaptation. The CNS becomes more adept at sending rapid, repeated signals to the muscle, which improves overall muscular performance. So those are the three ways that the body gets stronger, and a breakdown of the components of each one. As with all of our content, we hope that a better understanding of what's going on in your body helps you to make better and more informed decisions for yourself. If you enjoyed this journey into the science of strength, please show us some love, like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Active Wave for more empowering content. Your support keeps our community growing and thriving. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.